What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. We seeing time and time again just more and more examples of how if we not careful, our mouth could get us in a whole lot of trouble. And it's something about just saying words that just has it's addictive. We gotta say it. We gotta say it. We gotta tell what we know. We gotta give our opinion even if nobody asks for it. We have to um, add to what somebody else is saying, whether it's about somebody else or whether it's about just a particular subject. And we have to make the world feel like we know more than what we really know. When all we have to do is just take the position that if it's nothing to be said, don't say nothing. And in this day and age, man, where there is a microphone everywhere, there's a camera everywhere, man. If you are the type of person who is so addicted to running your mouth, depending on the levels that you've operated on in your life, you can find yourself in a situation that you are unable to reverse and get out. You will be in a hole, in a wrestling hole that you cannot get yourself out of. And the first thing that's gonna happen and the first thing that's gonna cross your mind, guaranteed, because we've all done it on some level. The first thing that's gonna cross your mind is, man, I shouldn't have said nothing. Man, I should have kept my mouth shut. Wow, I shouldn't have told this person that. If I would have only not said this, that's all. That's always the wave that's gonna hit us after the fact. And if you operating on high levels, meaning you taking penitentiary chances in your life, and you decide you want to go on Vlad TV and talk to that agent, then you put yourself in these positions. And I'm tired of making these kind of videos to try to bring light to this, but I'm really upset at a lot of us as black people, a lot of rappers, a lot of artists, a lot of ex-street people who continue to just lay themselves out in front of the firing squad by going on that platform and just telling everything. I don't know if this dude gives y'all something to drink when y'all sit down with him, and it got some kind of truth serum in it. He done put something in the drink that as soon as you take your sip, you just start singing like a bird. But whatever it is, man, it's to our detriment. And that platform has been an absolute enemy to rap culture on a whole, and to a lot of black people who have found themselves locked up behind um, running their mouth. And if somebody gonna run their mouth, they gonna run it anyway, which is the sad part. But to run your mouth on a big platform, it borderlines idiotic. Well, it is idiotic in my opinion. So to break it back down to our level, we have to make sure that we stop talking so much, man. Be selective with your words. Be wise on the release of your words, and be mindful of the actual words that you're saying to people, because part of the talking too much and the ability to stop doing that comes with knowing when not to talk because of the emotional state that you're in. You might be really angry at the time. You might be just hot. And in that moment of anger, you were more prone to say something to somebody that you care about that you can't reel back in. And trust me, uh, relationships, marriages, friendships, family connections, a lot of those things break up every day. People split and go their separate ways every day. You run into people every day, they say, oh man, I don't mess with him no more. Oh no, nah, man, I don't deal with her no more. We ain't talked in 5 years. You see that all the time. And usually, sometimes it's physical, but more times than not, in my assumption, in my opinion, more times than not, those type of situations where two people don't deal with each other, it's usually around words. It's usually based around something that somebody said that it went over the line, or the disagreement that's escalated to where both sides had to prove, and there was no coming back from it. So if it's somebody you care about, you got to always make sure that you're not leading, with anger. You know, that you find a way to calm yourself down before you enter into the conversation, to weigh what you want to say and where you want to go with it, and put a value on, if there is a value, you make sure you are aware of the value of y'all's connection, whatever it is, and be like, okay, you know what? Let me take that into account, because if not, things can go left real bad. You know, we've all been through that, and we don't want to see that. So, you know, understand, man. We talk too much. We talk too much. Houdini had a song called Big Mouth back in the days, and Run DMC had a song called You Talk Too Much. And somebody needs to make an updated version in some form of a song that expresses that. Maybe I'll do it. Who knows? I don't know. But it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all leave a comment down below. And, oh, my bad. Go subscribe to my podcast, Underground Dialogue Podcast, right here on YouTube. I got it. Yeah, Underground Dialogue Podcast, right here on YouTube. The new episode is up, and I would love to hear y'all thoughts on it. We're talking about relationships over 40 and the difficulties that exist in creating such relationships. All right, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.